Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's talk some crypto. Let's get into two cryptos that I do talk about, and one in specific is one that I have been kind of requested to talk more so about here on the channel. So we're going to do it. We're going to encompass both of these cryptos into this video right here, right now. So if you're new to the channel, awesome. We're going to be talking Jasmy Coin and VeChain. So make sure you guys all subscribe down below. Please smash that like button and let's get down into it, okay? This is where we're going to look into a second bull run opportunity right here in 2024. All right, I'm going to share with you guys kind of what's going on with the overall market, as well as give you guys kind of my thought on what's happening in a more broader sense, because right now this is kind of that uncertain time period within crypto. And what I mean by that is we look at the fear, uncertainty, and doubt as Bitcoin is down 1.24% on the day, sitting here at 37%, 37 as a fear and greed index number. That's quite fearful, okay? And we can compass a lot of the more geopolitical things accompanying all that sentiment with what's going on with the unfortunate flooding from the Hurricane Milton down in southeast part of the United States. We also have the new presidential election that's coming about just shortly in 2024. And then the biggest story of today's headlines would be probably what the Fed is going to do. Standing put, nothing crazy expected out of that front, but I am going to share with you guys a little bit about what's going to happen there. So make sure you have that notification bell turned on, because when I do drop that video, you don't want to miss that. Okay, but let's get back into kind of what I was talking about within the likes of Jasmy and VeChain. We're going to look into kind of what they're doing on the charts. And you can see right now, 49th in market cap, an impressive year, up 34.9%, currently trading at that 021 level for VeChain. And Jasmy, on the other end of that, 73rd in market cap. Now, this is a very interesting crypto because this is one that I'm truly bullish on with the originators and some of the Sony executives founding this crypto, and the incorporations now that they have within the Japanese government in terms of digital currency. It's something that I'm very, very bullish on in my personal investment strategy. I did buy a lot of Jasmy at its inception, and I've not sold any, and it's something that I've just held because it's down so much that I got to root for a comeback. So I believe in it. I just think that we had an unfortunate circumstances that kind of led to a series of events that really did not do the best for the outlook for Jasmy. And whether or not there's bad actors, bad intentions, it doesn't matter. We're moving forward and on to the new. Okay, but that's where we're at with Jasmy at that 018 level, still 73rd in market cap, and it's something where you look at all-time highs at $4.99. Definitely bullish for what Jasmy can bring to the table, and I want to share with you guys kind of the second opportunity at a bull run coming in 2024. Okay, and this is as we get further and look into some of the key levels and price trends that we've seen for both of these cryptos. They have both been up through recent days, but there has been a lot of resistance along the way. Jasmy currently at that 019 level. That's where you can reflect a strong period of consolidation. You can see here, right here on the chart, taken down for this graphic from CoinMarketCap. But over the last 24, we have stabilized, and that's something where we're waiting for that next cautious breakout support right now for Jasmy that we look at. That will be around that 019 level. And if we can bounce, as we saw, that's where you really want to see if we can alleviate some of that selling pressure within Jasmy Coin. All right. But if we get back into it kind of on a more, larger scale, and we look at it more holistically, I guess, from this approach that I'm going to take by the trading view. Okay, you can see how they kind of reset the charts, and these are weekly candles, all right, but you can see how we've since fallen off from these crazy highs down to where we're at right here, right now. But if you do believe that Jasmy has some legs, you can take some strides within kind of this rebuild, right, where you go back to February of this year, and we were experiencing kind of getting to this level where we did see almost a 4x within Jasmy. So a lot of holders and traders were happy and pleased with those gains, but it's nothing where we were seeing that $4.99, that extreme breakout from where we were at, dating back till its inception before all the it became super inflationary, so on and so forth. So still bullish on it. Do I think it can get back to $4.99? No. Do I think it has to? No to that as well. Okay, so that's where we look at where I kind of bought Jasmy. It was probably way back. I think it was, I think essentially we're a little bit more than halfway to that level, or maybe even like 30%. Can't remember, quite frankly, because like I said, I haven't sold any of it since I bought it. But that's what I wanted to share with you guys, because I think there is a lot of growth potential within Jasmy. I know that all went to shit. The the implosion from what they had when they became super inflationary. But that doesn't really matter, because if you are able to get back in at these levels, there is some promise that we can have future gains and see Jasmy kind of explode from where we're at now. Okay, and that's what I'm talking about when I talk about this territory here. Yeah, if you bought at $4.99, there's probably going to be some issues with that. But from these levels right here and the bullish outlook for Jasmy and what the holders and the communities have in store, I'm not really concerned with this at this level. It's just kind of where we're at right now in the charts. Now, back into it, I want to share with you guys kind of what's happening, because there are some weaknesses within the TA standing behind Jasmy. Okay, and that's 14.44% in a decline within the trading volume. That's kind of indicating that there is I guess you would say, a propensity for people not to trade Jasmy. Okay, we're starting to sell off a little bit. The RSI and the MACD is also showing a lot of bearish momentum, and that's where if Jasmy can break, if they can break the support, that's where you're going to have a very, very kind of important drop, as we might find ourselves into that 0.18. And that's kind of where we're at. And I think it's unfortunate, because with a lot of things in crypto right now, and it's kind of the overall narrative, no matter what Jasmy Coin does, VeChain does, it's not going to be something that they look to bolster themselves. It's unfortunately because we have to piggyback off of the more broader narrative, the macro scheme, everything macro going on within crypto, within politics, within geopolitically, within conflicts overseas. It's just a very, very unfortunate time where when you do trade volatile digital assets, unfortunately, you kind of are set up to fail in that regard when you do have a lot of volatility in the overall market. So that's kind of what I have within Jasmy. Just to touch on VeChain, they are doing kind of all of the same, right? They're struggling to break through a little bit of their downtrend, trading hands a little bit over 2 cents. And we have seen that support just briefly above that 0.23 line, and that's where if we do break down, these are very small gains and drops. So the biggest thing is the weakness is within kind of how the lack of enthusiasm we're seeing in both of these cryptos for both other communities, right? It's not being traded a lot. So we're getting to that oversold territory. We're kind of neutral at times, but there is just no momentum. And that's kind of why I wanted to make this video, is because if you guys are watching and you're wondering, okay, guys, we're in up October, and I'm wondering here, I'm sitting here right now, and I'm looking up the cryptos in the top 100, and I'm just going over ones that I've heard, and Jasmy Coin, VeChain, they both look very, very appealing, attractive. Should I be buying them? Is those cryptos that I want to trade? Well, that's a question you have to ask yourself. Obviously, it's not financial advice, but the take-home message for me is there's a lot of traders out there thinking the same exact thing. Nobody out there is buying or actively selling really at an extent that would draw any kind of attention. So in a way, you could describe Jasmy as, if they get that proliferation over in Japan and that incorporation, you could, possibly describe them as a sleeping giant. VeChain, on the other hand, they are going to go on some huge runs. They had a very bullish month just a little bit ago, but that interest has seemingly subsided, not as much as Jasmy Coin. It's more neutral. Jasmy Coin is a little bit more on the downside in terms of sentiment within incorporation and enthusiasm within their community. But that's kind of where I look for VeChain to have a leg up in that regard. But if Jasmy can get legs over in Japan and that becomes something more regulated and legal and accepted, and then kind of have some legs worldwide where it really starts getting into other networks and areas of interest, I think that's where Jasmy can really spread its wings and have some gains on the chart. Okay, and that's kind of what it comes down to. So you got to make the choice for yourself. These are cryptos that are completely different. They're completely different in nature and what they have to offer to you as a holder in terms of utility. Quite frankly, obviously the leg up goes to VeChain at this moment in time. But for you, you have to make the decision. This video wasn't intended to make you have to choose between these two cryptos. It's just kind of a video spotlighting two cryptos in the top 100 that a lot of people follow, a lot of people have interest in, a lot of people trade, and just kind of let you know that essentially we're basically flat, and it's nothing to panic. It's nothing to pound the alarm. Oh my gosh, what should I do with my VeChain? Should I sell it all? That's not what the purpose of this video is to do. It's just basically saying, hey guys, we're waiting for the rest of the market to catch up, so these top 100 cryptos can have their fun as well. So appreciate you guys watching. Thank you for all being part of the channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe. Also, if you have not done so, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Do you guys believe in Jasmy and VeChain? And just for the sake of argument, if you did watch this video to the end, which crypto do you think will make it through and have more success in the next coming months and years? Okay. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all in the next video. Cheers.